Okay. My dear friend
The
Axelrod.
things we saw that day in the village became a secret we would have to keep from everyone for the rest of our lives. Because, you see,
Gotta get used to moving the cursor on the screen. What happened to Infamous? I actually have my PS3 controller over there. I don't feel like playing that right now, though. Oh, I should do that, huh?
I don't understand, Professor. Why are we going to help solve an inheritance dispute?
Luke, my boy, do you really think I would take on such an ordinary request as that? Oh no, this is an altogether unique and exciting situation, and it has piqued my intellectual curiosity. But I suppose it would be best to explain the case before we arrive at our destination. 2 months ago, Baron Augustus Reinhold passed away. Shortly after his death, his will was disclosed. The contents of it were fascinating, to say the least. The Reinhold family treasure, the golden apple, is hidden somewhere within this village. To whomever successfully locates this treasure, I offer the whole of my estate. Naturally, those who attended the reading of the will immediately set out in search of the golden apple. But in the end, everybody came back empty-handed. It turns out that no one had even heard of such a treasure existing, until its mention in the will.
Wow, that's some puzzle, all right.
Quite. Augustus Reinhold staked his entire fortune just to create one more puzzle before his death. What a perplexing individual. I wish I could have met him while he was still alive.
Still alive. That reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean, first one, where I know I'm just like totally delaying all this. The guy with the white fluffy hair who's gonna marry the one lead chick, and he says something about how he wonders how Jack Sparrow is still alive, and he says alive like the same. Anyways,
It certainly sounds like you two would have gotten along, Professor. By the way, just what is this golden apple anyhow?
Some speculate it's a rare antique, while others say it could be a gem, yet its identity remains elusive. But Luke, I can't shake the feeling that this matter is linked to some larger mystery, something huge.
Aha! Is that your famous intuition acting up again, Professor?
Well, our first step is getting to town.
This is all so exciting. I hope Saint Mystere is ready for the famous archaeologist and puzzle-solving detective, Herschel Layton.
Oh, Luke, you know as well as I do that I am no detective. Augustus Reinhold's wife, Lady Dahlia, has asked me to investigate the situation. It seems she came across my name by chance when reading an article about me in the papers.
And you immediately decided to take her up on her request, huh?
Oh, well, Luke, a true gentleman never refuses the request of a beautiful lady.
If you say so, Professor.
We should be nearing the town by now. Look at the map in the envelope and help me with directions.
You got it. What in the... What's this?
Lady Dahlia seems to have given us a test. We'll need to decipher this map in order to find the village. She wants to see if we're capable of cracking the mystery surrounding the Reinhold fortune. Care to give it a go, Luke?
I'll do my best. A puzzle like this should be a snap for the apprentice of the great Professor Layton.
Very well then, Luke. I'll leave this one to you. Think of it as a warm-up for things to come.
okay. Number one puzzle. But you're off today? Oh, don't worry, man. Don't worry. I believe. Also, hearty fries are just sad. I'm at Hardee's, Carl's Jr. I actually am not the biggest fan of their fries either. Speak of the devil, they just called you right after that. What did they? Are they calling you into work today? All right, so this one, I already know the answer to, but you got to find the village or the town that has no other roads leading to it. So hopefully, in me just catching up in chat, maybe you've already looked around and decided which one you wanted to choose. So I gotta draw a circle, and I do have my Xbox 360 controller right here, but for whatever reason it actually doesn't work with this, the puzzles of this game, and I think that's because of the touchscreen aspect of it. So this is why I have to use the mouse cursor. But if you chose this one, you would be correct.
Well, here's my guess.
And again, I did the first two puzzles as part of my sound test. So that's all we got. And I guess for the puzzles that are not the first two puzzles, I'll go ahead and read all that good stuff since I won't know what I'm doing.
There we go. Now we should be able to make our way to the village.
Right you are. We should see it on the horizon any moment now.
Huh? Professor, do you mean to say you already figured out the town's location?
I'm afraid I couldn't help myself. A basic puzzle like that is easy enough to solve with a glance. Anyhow, you'd best gather your things, Luke. We've arrived.
They called to tell you were supposed to be there at 3, even though Sharon told you not to come in till tomorrow. Sharon being the general manager. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Interesting. It appears that this drawbridge is the entrance to the village. And we're stuck on the outside. What should we do, Professor? Look over there. There's a man standing on the other side of the river. Maybe he can help us. Alright, so yeah. Once again, I can't do anything with a controller here. Yeah. I need to talk to that guy. Good day, sir. We'd very much like to gain access to the village. Could you please drop the bridge for us? Do I look like the sort to go drop in the bridge for a bunch of fancy-looking outsiders? You got a lot of nerve. We received a letter of invitation from Lady Dahlia. I don't suppose that changes things, does it? From Lady Dahlia? Well then, I'd sure like to lower the bridge for you, Mr. Fancy Pants. But the engine is busted, and I can only move this blasted bridge with the hand crank. There's all these infernal slots I could put the crank in, but I got no clue which one to use. So, smart guy, you got any idea which one is the right one? The crank slots. Okay. Oh. Good luck with that one, chat. You'll never guess it. You're super confused? What are you confused about? The job calling you, or this game? Because this is just the beginning. There is plenty more to be confused about. Okay, well, if you selected number 1, you would be right.
There we go.
Huzzah!
Every puzzle has an answer.
Nice job. Now drop that bridge. That'll do it. Hold on a second. I'll let her down. Gonna say it again. I just don't feel right about letting outsiders into Saint Mystery? Fairy? But if you're Lady Dahlia's guess, I guess I better. At least give her my regards, you hear? You're confused about the job? Okay. Fair enough. Should have got it in writing. Hey, don't you have like a schedule or something? Yes, we finally arrived in Saint... We'll call it Mystery. I'm so excited. I wonder what mysteries await us here. Well, Luke, we'll find out soon enough. Just be careful not to let your excitement cloud your ability to analyze your surroundings. I say, Luke, this is the perfect time to explain how to move about during our investigation. Give that shoe-shaped icon in the lower right portion of the touchscreen a tap with your stylus. If you do this, a set of arrows will appear on screen. Tap 1 to head in that direction. Remember, when you want to move, just tap the shoe. Go on then, give it a try. Click on a person first. Well, hello, pleasure to meet you. Welcome to Saint Mystery, where our local export is the puzzle. Oh, before I forget, you should know that every time you solve a puzzle, you earn a set number of picarats, picarats. The more picarats a puzzle is worth, the tougher the puzzle will be. They say lovely things happen when you gather enough picarats. Imagine that, a reward for solving puzzles. For practice, try this little riddle that your hat reminded me of. Think good and hard before you answer. I'm really bad at riddles. Right. These 4 top hats are all the same height, but the length of each brim is different. In other words, the hats are equally tall but vary in width. One of these 4 hats has a brim and height that are the same length. Which hat is it? Okay. Well, D is... D and C are the options that I'm looking at here. And I think I would go with C. D's probably too much. I'm going with C.
There we go.
Oh, foiled again.
I suppose I thought wrong.
Life is hard. Okay, so is it actually D?
There we go.
Wow, it's
Frankly,
none of them.
ashamed.
That's crazy. This is why I'm really bad. I guess my final answer is A. You have a good eye? Man.
Critical thinking is the key to success.
I failed that one. Big time. Oh yeah, C was just barely. Just barely. Oh, I wanted to read that, but whatever. Oh, bravo. Not really. That was horrible. I think you've got the hang of this. If you try your options one by one, you'll eventually find the answer. However, you'll also encounter lots of puzzles that can't be solved by simply trying all the answers. If you answer incorrectly, the picarats you can earn from a puzzle decrease. Tough stuff, Goes to show you how important it is to think for yourself and find the answer on your own. Well then, best of luck to you. I'll be rooting for you. Alright, well that was sad. I was like, I can go into buildings, right? Don't you think we should head to the Reinhold Manor, Professor? Okay, fine. Moving. I wonder if that S. I wonder if that inn gets many guests out here in the country. Oh, and I can't use the controller for that either. What a dandy set of fellows you two are. Must be new to Saint Mystery, eh? Name's Stachin Scarfin. And I've got some advice for you. Go tap that barrel back there with your stylus. Don't ask questions, just do it. Found a hint coin. Felt good, didn't it? Around these parts, that's what we call a hint coin. When you find yourself up against a doozy of a puzzle, you'll want a hint. Trust me on this one, fellows. It's just those times when you'll want to use a hint coin to purchase a hint. I bet you think puzzles will be a breeze now, eh? Think again. There are a limited number of hint coins in this world. So don't go wasting coins on any old riddles. Because if you do, when you come across a real stumper, you'll be sorry. Real sorry. Mind you, hint coins won't always be stuffed inside barrels. Check any object that seems suspicious. Got all that? Good, be seeing you around. I thought you were going to give me a puzzle. This suspicious? No? Okay. That wasn't suspicious, though. It's going to be opening anytime soon. Okay, let's go forward. I've been thinking, Professor, shouldn't we be keeping a record of our investigation? Brought up a very good point, Luke. Let me explain how to go about saving your game. First, tap your stylus on the trunk in the upper right corner of the touchscreen. The trunk contains all manner of information that you can access by tapping the icons. Touch the icon marked Save to save your game. Tap the journal icon to read over your notes about our adventure in Saint Mystery. Next, we have a puzzle index icon. Tap it to view all the puzzles you've encountered. Puzzles you've solved have a check next to them. Puzzles you've seen but haven't solved are blank. You can retry any puzzles you've solved from this screen. To retry puzzles that you haven't solved yet, you must return to the actual site of the puzzle. Don't be afraid to use the items in the trunk to help our investigation. It'll be second nature soon enough. Enough explanation for now. Let's make our way to Reinhold Manor. An arrow marks our path on the map, so all we need to do is head in the correct direction. Lead the way, Professor. Make your way to Reinhold Manor on the east side of town. Sure. Stay right there. Okay. Who you be? Oh, hello. I'm Percy, Saint Mystery's unofficial writer-in-residence. Reinhold Manor, you ask? Head up that road to the right. It's immense, so you'll know it when you see it. Before you go, why not try your hand at this puzzle I thought up? See if you can figure out which house is mine from the instructions I give you. I'll even sweeten the deal for you. If you manage to solve the puzzle, I'll tell you about this village. How about it? You will try, won't you? After all, a writer is nothing without an audience. Money picker rats. Can you find my house? Go out the front door of my place and turn left. At the first intersection you come across, take a right. Turn right again at the following intersection, and you'll come face to face with the morning sun. Circle my house. Here we go. Okay. So go out the front door of my place and turn left. Okay. At the first intersection, make a right. Hmm. Okay. Turn right again at the following intersection. Left, right, right. And you'll come face to face with the morning sun. Left. I think I know. Left. Oh. Left. Oh, wait. That would be left. All right, I think I have my answer. Going with that one.
Luke, here's my answer.
Oh. Life is hard.
I suppose I thought wrong.
It would be an awful lot of work to try and check the directions from the doorstep of each house. If you end up facing the morning sun, you must be facing... I think that's east. Sun rises from the east and sets in the west. I think. Alright, so I can draw. Okay, so go out the front door of my place and turn left. I guess I'm kind of well, you come out here and you turn left. This is my left, not the car's left. And you gotta make a right, which is gonna go up. And you gotta make another right, which is not correct. Made the decision not to help me on my puzzles because I can do it. Puzzles are hard, man. These puzzles are no joke. From the best of my ability, I think it has to be one of these three, and I've already included that one. You come out of this one, that would be a left, and then a right would be that way, so it can't be that one. Come out of this one, left is still that way. Then you gotta make a right, which is going that way. Well, maybe it is not my directional, maybe it's the direction that you're gonna be facing, I guess. Which would mean this would be left, and then this would be right, so it wouldn't have been that one. This one would be left, and right would be over here. Unless... Oh my gosh, it's right there. This is hard. This is hard. Morning sun is east. Left. Be right. Right again. That would be facing east, technically. And this one would be left, right, right. But it should be this way, left, right. Right again. I think I'm just gonna guess. Gonna guess this one. I don't actually know.
There we
The
go.
problem is I don't know what direction it's
Critical
considering.
thinking is the key to success.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I was using the squares as the intersections instead of the lines in between, which were the actual streets. Oh my gosh. Why didn't I think of that? That's right, this is a problem where working backward gets the job done fastest. Takes far too long to check each house individually. You were correct again. Why you do this to me? Impressive. I thought I'd set out quite the puzzle, but you made short work of it. Now for the gossip I promised you. The Reinhold family owns all of the land this village is built on. I hear they own all the buildings too. I guess you could say this town sort of belongs to the Reinholds. Well, I'll be on my way now, but rest assured that next time we meet, I'll have a harder puzzle for you.